I told Camilla that you wrote that letter.
What? How could you? I trusted you.
Oh my god.
Do you have any idea what that does to my chances with Camilla?
Oh my god.
'Tis good to see a familiar face round these parts. Hot made sure we had a bunk for you real cozy before the storm rolls in.
You told your sister that something seemed fishy about the dark water crossing ambush. Could you elaborate on that?
I did. Says I'm letting worry cloud my judgment. Truth is, something just ain't right about Darkwater Crossing. I keep getting flashes, bits and pieces, but nothing clear.
Do you remember when the Imperials caught me?
It's all scattered, like fallen embers.
How did you and your wife meet?
Carter and I. That's a long story, full of hard work, love, and a little bickering now and then. We grew up together, always knew each other. She's fierce as a mountain lion, that one.
Well, Matroso, what brings you to Riverwood this fine morning?
Can you tell me more about your father?
Ah, my father. Rest his soul. A fine woodworker he was. Knew every grain in a tree like a friend. Taught me all I know about the craft.
What was his name?
He was called Bjorn. Strong as an ox, with a beard like spun gold. He'd tell stories of Riverwood's founding, how our ancestors carved this place from the wilderness. Said the White River itself whispered secrets to him.
You've quoted him twice so far. Do you mind sharing more lovely quotes from your father?
He had a way with words, my father. Knew how to make even the simplest tale sound grand. I miss him dearly.
Can you tell me about your upraising and how you and your husband met?
Caught up to the life I've got now, hauling lumber and saying my prayers to Talos. It wasn't a wild childhood, you know. Always out in the forest with my father, learning to fell trees, shape wood, and know every bird sung by heart. Then, of course, there was Ralof.
Did you and Ralof get along growing up as well as you do now?
Ralof, always the troublemaker. Always pushing the boundaries, testing limits.
No.
But he had a good heart deep down.
Of course he does.
We were close, despite our differences.
Of course he does. It sounds like the Ralof that I know.
Aye, Ralof's got a good heart. Just sometimes gets caught up in things. Like that whole mess at Darkwater Crossing. Still doesn't quite make sense, does it?
It doesn't make sense to me either. I don't remember anything before being in Helgen.
You don't remember anything before Helgen? That's strange. Many people lose memories from that day, of course. The fires, the executions, it's enough to shake anyone's mind. But to have no memories whatsoever.
Ralof doesn't remember either. Try asking him.
You think so? Hey, chum. Ralof is a troubled man, always has been.
I told you my sister would
Sometimes
help
I
us
wonder
out.
what else he
Of course.
holds back. Perhaps those at Helgen were more shaken up than we think.
Ralof, how did the Imperials capture me? Do you remember?
Captured? Oh dear, you misunderstand. Ralof was captured, yes. He was marching with Ulfric Stormcloak, fighting for Skyrim's freedom. Imperials ambushed them at Darkwater Crossing.
I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
How did you and your brother get the golden claw in the first place?
Lucan found it about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one, my brother. Always keeping secrets.
Is there a reason you won't choose between your love triangle?
It's bad enough my brother is harping on me to pick one. Don't you start too. It's not that simple, you know. Both Sven and Faendal are quite charming in their own ways.
Which one have you known longer?
That's a tricky one. I suppose I've known Faendal a bit longer.
What?
He's been hunting and working in the woods around Riverwood for years. Sven, he's more of a newcomer.
Are you sure you and Sven didn't grow up together? It sounds like you got it the other way around.
Oh no, definitely not. Sven arrived in Riverwood only a couple of years ago.
Huh.
I wouldn't forget if we'd grown up together now, would I?
Interesting.
Well, my friend. Welcome to the Riverwood Trader.
How did you originally find the golden claw?
Ah, the Golden Claw. Found it in one of my father's old chests, tucked away in the furthest corner. Headed to mothballs, you know, surrounded by dusty parchment and old books. Figured it was useless, just something to ponder.
How come you never told your sister?
That's a complicated story. Camilla and I have always been close, but she has a flair for the dramatic. I didn't want her worrying about some old trinket. Besides, a small, peaceful existence is best, wouldn't you say?
Well, Matt, you're new around here, aren't you? Haven't laid eyes on you before. What brings you to Riverwood?
Yes, how long have you lived here?
Long enough, though I wouldn't say I've ever truly settled. Riverwood's agreeable enough, I suppose. For a Nord village. 5 years or so. Time tends to blur a bit out here. One season bleeds into the next. You get used to it.
Are you really into Camilla, or are you just doing it to pick on Sven?
Maybe a little of both, eh? Camilla's quite lovely. Sven, on the other hand, fancies himself quite the poet. Thinks his rhymes will win Camilla's heart.
How long have you known Camilla?
A few years now. Came to Riverwood shortly before she did. We've gotten to know each other. She helps her brother run the Riverwood Trader, you know.
Have you known Sven for just as long?
Longer, actually. Grew up together, went to school together.
What?
Though lately, it seems
Went to
Sven's only
school
concern is
together.
winning Camilla's affections.
How long has Sven lived here in Riverwood?
His mother ran the inn outside town for many years.
Oh, that's cool.
It's actually closed now. Seems like Sven isn't fond of honest labor.
Oh, a different inn, I guess.
Prefers strumming away on his lute.
Okay. Do you know any poetry, like Sven does?
Poetry's not exactly my forte. I'm more of a hunting cat, a kind of buzzword. My words tend to deal with more practical matters, like where the best hunting grounds or how to best notch an arrow.
Do you ever use your bow on people?
Only in self-defense. I'm no warrior, just a simple hunter. Riverwood's a peaceful place. We don't have much need for violence.
So, have you and Sven always been friends before Camilla got involved?
We used to be back in the day.
Oh wow.
Grew up together, played together, laughed together.
That's sad.
But things changed when Camilla arrived.
All over a girl?
Suddenly, Sven's not so interested in friendly banter.
All over a girl? That's really crazy.
Crazy, I may be. Love's a strange and powerful thing. Makes folks do foolish things sometimes. I'd like to think better, Sven, but...
So, are you sure you're not the one who really started this feud?
I suppose we both have been rather quick to anger lately.
Why don't you and him try to make up?
Make up! Sven doesn't see things my way. He's convinced he'll win Camilla over with his soulful serenades. Never gonna happen.
It was good talking to you.
Likewise, perhaps she'll stick around Riverwood a while.
Perhaps.
Always nice to have new faces. Good hunting.
Well met, traveler. Can I offer you a drink? Ale, mead, something stronger perhaps. What brings you to the Sleeping Giant?
I'm just here looking to rest. How long have you been an innkeeper?
Rest you'll find aplenty here.
Hero named Ragnar the
Been running this Indolom set Ordnar for nigh on 30 years now. Riverwood's quiet enough, suits a weary soul looking for peace.
battles in gold he had made.
Though these days, peace seems a rare commodity.
Do you do anything besides innkeeping?
And you drink, lie down and bleed.
Perhaps a bit of mending, a bit of herb gathering when the weather's fair. Ordnar's more the man for the farmhand tasks, bless his soul.
It's bad enough my brother is harping on me to pick one. Don't you start too. I don't want to choose. They're both so amazing. You what? What are you talking about? Why, that jealous idiot. Thought he could just manipulate me into never seeing Sven again? Thank you for telling me the truth. You should speak to Sven. I'm sure he'll want to thank you too for defending his name.
Now that's what I like to hear. Good work. I think you deserve some gold from my tips at the inn.
How long have you known Camilla and Faendal?
Know who, my friend? And what's a torch doing out in this weather? You trying to start a bonfire?
How long have you known Camilla?
Camilla? Camilla. I have known her since we were children. We grew up together, playing in the fields outside of town. She's lovely.
Camilla told me that you're a newcomer.
That cheeky girl. Yes, well, my family has been in Riverwood for generations. My mother comes from a long line of Nord bards. But I myself moved back here from Solitude just a few years ago.
Maybe she forgot. Do you think maybe she forgot?
Maybe her memory is just a little fuzzy. She's always been a bit dreamy, that Camilla. But I know she remembers me over, yes. It's just sometimes I wonder if someone else caught her attention while I was away.
Are you saying that she's dumb?
How dare you? Camilla is not dumb. She's just distracted sometimes. And a bit flirtatious.
I sincerely apologize. You're absolutely right.
Well, I appreciate that. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of emotions, isn't it? Especially when someone as lovely as Camilla is involved.
Have you ever written songs about Camilla?
Perhaps. A bard can't help but find inspiration in the beauty around him.
Can you sing me one of the songs or poems that you made about Camilla?
But that would be telling, wouldn't it? Secrets are best kept close to the heart, especially when they involve a lady's affections. But I can tell you this, my song speaks of a maiden with eyes like the winter sky, hair like spun gold, and a smile that could melt the iciest frost.
Can you perform a poem for me? Anything at all?
The mountain holds a whispered tale of heroes brave and dragons wail. A wind through pines, a mournful tune beneath the pale and silver moon. On frozen lakes, the stars reflect a world of beauty, dire neglect.
Perform a poem about the Civil War.
Ah, the Civil War. A dark song, that.
I'd love to hear it.
Perhaps a song about the troubles of Skyrim wouldn't be out of place. The Iron Fist and dragons might divide this land in endless night. A home fractured, choice slayed. Two flags unfurl in bitter plea for liberty or unity. Will the fire ever truly fade? There are whispers, silent and bold, of ancient powers, stories untold. A force awakens, shadows rise with frost and flame within its eyes.
Do you have any combat experience?
Well, I've sparred a bit with the other lads of this sleeping giant. Nothing too serious, though. My talents lie with the lute, not a sword.
Well, hello there.
I told Camilla that you wrote that letter.
What? How could you? I trusted you.
Oh my god.
Do you have any idea what that does to my chances with Camilla?
Oh my god. He's
Does she
trying to
believe
kill
that
me.
now?
Oh my god. Wait, guys. No way. Guys, stop. Hold on. I gotta stop this. I gotta stop this. I can stop this.